Yeah.
You leave me here and nothing at all.
Be a
Doom, 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 doom,
be a professional. What are we doing?
doom.
You would never catch me doing anything like that. Like that's ridiculous. Who does that? Hey, we're on YouTube.
Yeah, it's actually
Hey,
working.
Hey, you
I met a
guys.
girl with Janet Jackson smile. With Janet Jackson smile. Throwing a body like Jennifer, you wanna star in my liquid dreams. My liquid dreams.
All right, I'm gonna set it up here. We tried to go live at our normal time. For some reason, it wasn't going live on YouTube, and like we got to be on YouTube, right? This is where most of our viewers are from. So like, all right, I'm gonna make a new. The wife just texted me, "Hey, there you are. Hi." So I made a new link and everything. I was like, well, I'll put it on Twitch at the very least. Hopefully, people will show up on Twitch. And then we're backstage, and I swear SP3 and Nick were singing for like 3 to 5 minutes, just random stuff.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even know that song.
I was like, I'm just gonna click go live while you guys are singing. And so that was our intro for this show. Is SP3 and Nick singing. Hi everybody. I'm Jeremy Lambert. That's SP3. There you see Professor Nick below us. It is NBA All-Star Weekend. We are here. We are feeling good. SP3, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well, man. I got to sing some O-Town to start the day. The most underrated boy band of all time. If you know, you know. You watch Making the Band 1, you know that is the truth. Underrated for what they went through, dealing with Diddy's crazy ass. That's why he went even tougher on the band. But yes, I am here. Nick is here. We got Nick back on the show. It feels like full circle from how we started the NBA season, and here we are in the halfway part. And then we got Jeremy here. He's gonna deny that I'm always right, but it is FMC. It's not a Tuesday. It's not a Monday. It's not a Friday. It's a Wednesday. It's a Wednesday. I was gonna say that, but it is a Wednesday.
Nick, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, guys. I'm here, not singing, at all, or nothing at all. But I'm excited, man. I'm glad to be back on with you guys. The NBA season, getting past the halfway point. We're getting to the All-Star break. So to look at some of the things that we talked about at the beginning of the season and how it all panned out to where it is now, without the crazy trades that have happened going into the trade deadline, and just two blockbuster deals. Well, actually three when you count what the Lakers were able to pull off and do. But then you look at what Katie stop. Then you look at what Katie did. Katie going to the Suns. You got Kyrie going to the Mavs. It's the landscape has changed. So it's cool to be able to talk about that stuff. And I'm looking forward to chatting it up with you guys about what's going on in the NBA.
Nick, do you have thoughts on all the trades that happened and how things have now reshaped, especially in the West? Because look, I said at the start of the season, my Denver Nuggets looking good. I was feeling good about it, and then here come the Suns. Let's get Kevin Durant, and now I don't feel quite as good about my Denver Nuggets. But you never know. They're a Kevin Durant injury away from being the same Phoenix Suns we've kind of seen. So, what are your thoughts on all the trades that happened?
I think that the landscape has changed in the Western Conference, and it's two reasons. One, because everybody is so close in the West that a big move here or there could really set you apart from everybody else in the conference. That's one. But two, they see how good the Celtics and the Bucks are right now, and they're like, we got to gear up because we got to get past everybody in the West, and then we got to play one of those teams whenever we get to the finals. So we need to go ahead and stock up now. So I think it's smart by teams like Dallas and Phoenix to do that, knowing that you are right there with teams like the Nuggets and the Grizzlies and the Kings, to kind of be at that top tier in the Western Conference. And plus, you want to get to a 4 seed. Like you're trying to fight to get into the top 4 so you can have at least home court advantage for the first round, at least going forward in the playoffs, and to avoid the play-in. And that's what a lot of teams in the West are trying to do right now, is avoid the play-in, because we saw how the play-in was last year for the Western Conference, how it's really anything can happen when you come to the 7 through 10 seeds. And right now, when you look at those 7 through 10 seeds, I mean, I really want the Pelicans, if Zion gets healthy after the All-Star break and doesn't have another setback with the hamstring. The Minnesota Timberwolves are young and doing really well. The Golden State Warriors are the Golden State Warriors, man. I mean, they are who they are. And the Utah Jazz is still a really good team right now. Despite the under 500 record, they're still good. So you look at these teams that are like 1 through 10 in the Western Conference, and of course it's going to be an arms race going into the trade deadline because of what you're going to have to deal with for the remainder of the season, and then going into the playoffs with the teams that you're going to end up having to play.
It is very, very tight in the West, and we do have the Pelicans and the Lakers tonight. I did not plan this, that the Pelicans and Lakers were going to play tonight, and then we got – it was a happy accident.
We were supposed to do this on Tuesday. We were supposed to do this
on Tuesday.
And you moved it. You moved it to the day for this very reason. So don't try to sit there and play with me, sir.
That assumes I know the Lakers schedule that well. I do not know the Lakers schedule.
You do. Just to troll me. You do. You do look at the Lakers schedule before you schedule FMC.
I would have scheduled it after their latest loss. Who'd they just lose to? They beat the Warriors. I watched the Warriors game, but then they lost to who? The Blazers. Yeah, that was a bad loss. The Blazers are
23 threes we gave up. Jesus Christ.
But they played good defense. They played good defense, though. Even though they gave up, they played good defense, according to their coach.
They didn't play good perimeter defense. That's for damn sure. AD had 19 and 20, so he was all right. But then he went radio silent on his Instagram. He deleted everything and went black on his Instagram because he doesn't like losing. Ladies and gentlemen, had nothing to do with him being jealous of LeBron. He got sat down 2 minutes before his best friend set the all-time scoring record. He was upset. Stop trying to make something out of that.
Yeah. In about 3 months, he'll be wearing a T-shirt on the sideline saying "That's all."
See, here we go.
All over again
with the slander from the guy who was pumping up the team that went on a 10-game losing streak. Now they in the and they were in the top. They were in the top half of the league for most of this, and then a month ago they started free falling.
We gonna talk about Zion Williamson getting hurt. We're going to talk about Brandon Ingram being out for a while.
Yeah, man, he's hurt again. He's hurt again. He got another setback.
Just setback with the hamstring. They want Zion. It's the NBA, man. Everybody goes on a run. Remember that guy you say it all the time? On SportsCenter, it's the NBA. Everybody goes on a run. He got more setbacks than Robert Downey Jr. is dealing with his addiction. It's damn.
Okay. Why is Robert Downey Jr. catching strays?
Will not be accepted. I will not have that. Not here. Not on Jeremy's show. I'm not going to do it. Sir, you're ridiculous. Maybe the fix should be in. Jeremy, do what you do.
We have our NBA All-Star Draft today, and here's how this is going to work. Everyone knows that they do the draft in real life where it's team. I guess it's LeBron and Giannis. It's always LeBron.
It's always LeBron and somebody.
It's always LeBron. Yeah, at some point they're going to have to replace that guy, right? Jake does have a question. SB3, care to comment on your 5-game deficit in fantasy basketball right now?
Well, Jake. I'm the only one that seems to be nipping at your heels despite the 5-game deficit. It don't matter. That's in the regular season. As long as I keep my 2 seed in the FMC fantasy basketball draft, I'm doing a lot better than everybody else. Why don't you ask Jeremy how's his Kevin Durant team is doing so far?
I don't even know who's on my team. I have no idea who's on my team.
I've dealt with a Giannis injury. I dealt with different.
When was Giannis injured? He was out like 2 games.
Yeah, that made me lose a week. I should not have 5 losses.
I'm pretty sure I have LeBron. LeBron's been. Tell him to stay healthy.
He was playing well for you until he hit the scoring record, and then he was like, "Ow, Ooh.
Yeah, and his foot hurts all of a sudden.
Ooh, my foot. I've been dealing with this all year. I just didn't say nothing until I hit the scoring record. Ooh.
Disappointed that I didn't get, invited to this.
Yeah, look at that. Jeremy.
I put it out there for an open forum. I can't help it.
I should get a DM. Come on, man.
There you go.
I'm very bad at like DMing people and be like, hey, do you want to do this for like a fantasy league? I just put it out there openly.
I just feel like I didn't like lose because you know that I'd kill you.
No, next season we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it on. We need to record it. We need to record the drafting.
Excuse me, a Fightful, and like people who work at Fightful, a Fightful league, like a basketball league, because for some reason I just want to beat Sean Ross Sapp at something.
Hey, I beat him at fantasy football, so that was
fantasy tiddlywink, something. I won my TikTok fantasy league this year, so I mean, against guys who know a whole lot more about fantasy football than I do, but I know sports. That's why I work for ESPN.
This is why you do the damn thing. Look at you, humble brag.
I gotta stop doing that, man. I was last night. It was like, yeah, look at him big time and humble bragging. I'm like, I'm just stay.
No, don't. No, do it. Humble brag. It's all good here.
Every time we got a guest on the show, they want a humble brag. We had Phil on Friday telling us that he's a writer. When I asked him to use period,
so good. I'm a writer, sir.
Then you got Nick here. He worked for ESPN, and I got to go against him in a draft of all stars. Like, this is not fair. Why? This is not fair to SP3. Like, start the hashtag. That's a new hashtag for me. Not fair to SP3.
Not fair to
Poor
Flair.
SP3.
No, I'm not a Flair. I won't own that family. I won't.
What family are you gonna own? What family?
I claim the family of Kyrie. He is a part of my family. We're like cousins. Cousin of Kyrie is me. No, it's not really cousins because he's more related to my nephew. So he would be my nephew because he's like his brother. He's like my nephew's brother-in-law.
Cousin of
Kyrie. Yeah, Kyrie Irving is my nephew-in-law. That's crazy.
NIL. Okay.
He's my
Cock
NIL. He's my NIL signee, ladies and gentlemen. Spoiler alert for the All-Star draft. My NIL signee.
You're a cock, SP3, cousin of Kyrie. You're a cock. Much better.
Oh my God.
Oh, Nick, we talk about eating ass and sucking toes on this show. Calling someone a cock is very...
No, that is not a part of the brand. So that's not public. Although I was talking about Crisco and my wife last night on my live. So
okay. All right.
But it's legal now because we're married, so we can do that.
It's legal once you get married. All right, we're going to do our NBA All-Star draft. It is going to be Nick against SP3. Let me switch. There we go. Switch spots there. I'm down here in the moderator spot. We're going to do starters and reserves, actual starters and reserves, not this injury replacement nonsense they're trying to do. So I'm going to pull up the draft board for everybody here. Hold on one second. There it is right there. Bang. All right. So there's the draft board. You can see it. We got Team SP3, Team Nick right there. You get you take your pick on whoever you want. We're going to fill out these teams. It is snake order. I'm pretty sure that's how they do it in the real life, is they do the back-to-back picks and everything. And maybe at the end we will do one kind of like wild card you could pick from in the entire pool of players.
Yeah, we could pick
it doesn't have to be snubs. It can because like Pascal Siakam is like an injury replacement guy. If you don't want to take Pascal Siakam, you don't have to take Pascal Siakam. Those aren't necessarily sub. It's just or snub. It's just wild card kind of players. I guess if you think, yeah, this is the guy who got snubbed. But there's the draft board. Nick, as our guest, I'm gonna allow you the first pick.
LeBron James.
Look at that nonsense. Picking my Los Angeles Lakers.
I'm sorry to pick one of the greatest players of all time as my first pick in my draft. My bad.
Jesus Christ.
We are again. We're throwing out like the injury stuff. We're just going, who made it this year on merit, and we're gonna assume for an All-Star game these guys are healthy enough to play their 20 minutes that they're gonna play.
Nice.
SP3, wow. You got 2 picks.
Oh, I got 2 picks?
Yeah, it's back-to-back picks. That's how it works.
Kyrie Irving.
No.
That is how it works. I want to make sure this is how it works because now I'm gonna.
No, you said 2 back-to-back picks.
Yeah, he would get 2 back-to-back picks.
All right. Just making sure. And with my second pick, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I figured you were gonna do that. I should have. Oh, it's not back-to-back picks. Oh,
you said it already. You made the rules. You're the moderator. You can't switch it up now. You can't switch it up now.
Yes, it can.
You can't switch it up now.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you're going Giannis. Look, Giannis is actually fair pick. All right, Nick, you have back-to-back picks.
Okay, so we're doing this without like no injury set.
Right, no injuries, and you don't have to pick starters first. You can pick just from the entire list.
Okay, my second pick is Zion Williamson.
All right.
Look at this guy. He's got a homer pick.
And then the next pick.
Right. Yeah, gosh darn right. And my next pick will be Nikola Jokic.
All right.
The fraud MVP.
If
2 picks.
you don't stop, he was so deserving of that MVP, sir.
Luka.
He's gonna win it again this year too.
Luka Doncic.
Your defense is really great, SP3 with Kyrie.
Hey, we got Giannis. Like this is an all-star game. Ain't nobody playing defense. What are we talking about here, sir?
They play defense in the clutch. They actually try to defend in the clutch.
We got Giannis. He gonna play in the clutch. Don't worry.
So you're just gonna pick all of the Mavericks? Is that what you're gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know they're 0-2 with Kyrie and Luka, right?
I'm gonna pick from the slave state. Next up, let's go. Yo, ain't nobody scoring in the paint on my team. Let's go with Joel Embiid, the real last year MVP.
So let's not talk about how I picked Zion and he's gonna dunk all over everybody. Let's not talk about that.
You gonna dunk on Giannis?
Sure.
Yep. Nick, you can legitimately like win this draft right now if you take back-to-back who I feel you should take.
Well, let's go ahead and start with KD.
All right, that was the first. I mean, fuck Kevin Durant, but that was the first person I would have taken.
Okay, and let's do a rhyming game: Durant and Morant. Let me get Ja.
Okay, that was not who I would have taken, but I respect Ja Morant.
You better respect Ja Morant. What are you talking about? Is not who I picked.
And now I get back-to-back, right?
You get back-to-back, yes. That's it.
All right. So I'm gonna pick one for me, and one to I won't say kiss ass, brown nose.
All right, well, I know who you're.
My moderator, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
All right. And the pick for you.
I loved his R&B album in the 90s.
And the pick for me, the greatest shooter of all time, Steph Curry.
Yeah, that I'd say I would have gone Durant and Curry, Nick. Like Steph in an all-star.
If you got Durant, you don't need Curry.
I mean, clearly Durant does need Curry because that's the only way he can win a championship.
Well, we're about to see that this year.
Hey, need another great point guard, sure.
Why the heck?
Nick, your 2 picks.
Okay, mine will be. Let's see. Let's go Drew Holiday.
Nick going with some defense here.
Mm-hmm.
And Dame Lillard.
Got some shooter. Right. He had to respond to my Steph Curry pick.
That was a good pick. I like that.
That was a good pick.
Dame time, baby.
Let's get some defense on this team. Let's go with Jason Tatum.
I like how you picked the top 5 scorer for his defense.
Absolutely. Great defender, too. Great defender.
He's very good.
He is a very good defender.
Yeah.
And just to really dominate in the paint, Triple J.
I like that. I like Jaren Jackson Jr. I mean, he's got fake defensive stats, but I do like Jaren Jackson Jr.
Oh, man.
Nick, who you
got? More scoring. Donovan Mitchell.
All right.
Let me get Donovan Mitchell, and you know what? Let me get Young Sabonis.
Okay, give me that. Double machine, DeMontis Sabonis.
Give me
Venus would be proud. Our Venus would be proud. Let me get Jaylen Brown. I want all the Celtics and all the Mavericks.
No,
And
Next.
and then
Players from every team that Kyrie has played for.
let me get, since he represents the wrestling club like I do, Tyrese Halliburton.
there are no Nets, and unfortunately, they traded their 2 All-Stars.
Pretty much.
All right, who you got, Nick? Spencer Dinwiddie ain't walking through that door for the All-Star game.
Oh, he's not. You know who else Kyrie has never played for? The Lakers. Let me get. This is begrudgingly, because I hate the nickname Playoff P. But let me get Paul George.
Fake All-Star. He shouldn't even be an All-Star.
He should not be an All-Star. So you
shouldn't
be an All-Star. I don't agree with that.
You are good. You are good picking him because there was no way he was about to be James Harden and I'm Kevin Durant. That's how it was. And you say Kyrie was never a Laker. My avatar says differently.
Are in the 5 seed in the West right now, and the main reason is because of Paul George. He deserves to be on the All-Star roster.
No.
Period.
I disagree.
I'm sure you do.
Tyronn Lue should have been an All-Star over Paul George.
Wait a minute. We're not gonna do that. Let's go Bam Adebayo.
Norman Powell should have been an All-Star over Paul George.
In the words of the great Gorilla Monsoon, will you stop?
Let me see here. Let me go with former Laker great Julius Randle.
All right. And who are you leaving Nick with?
A great player.
Yeah, no matter what, it's a great player.
Dude.
I'm gonna go with the most improved player, Lauri Markkanen.
Mid-range, DeMar.
Not mad with being left with DeMar DeRozan. Not mad about it at all.
All right, and then we're gonna go one wild card pick. SV3, I will give you the first wild card pick. You can pick anybody in the league for this team. Do you want to take D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Davis? Anthony Davis is out there.
Anthony Davis should be an all-star, but
Russell Westbrook?
No, not at all.
He's great in the all-star game.
He is great. He is great in the all-star game, but no, I will not be doing that. But I will be going after Jeremy's heart again, and I'm going to pick Josh Giddey.
Oh, shit. Oh. That was good. You got me there.
Sorry, I was just talking to my wife. What happened? Who did he pick?
He picked the most beautiful man on earth, Nick. The most.
Oh,
the most. Look at this. Look at this beautiful. Oh my god. Oh,
the flowing box.
Oh my gosh.
Sponsored by Loves.
Nick, who you taking?
Well, I'm gonna have to go with another homer pick on this one. He just got and he doesn't deserve to be an all-star because he just got back from injury. But I'm gonna get Brandon Ingram.
Former Laker
great. All right, let's look at these rosters here. Kyrie, like SB3, going with his homer pick. He was smart to at least follow that up with Giannis. You would have taken Giannis if you only had one pick, right? Like,
yeah,
don't.
100%.
Okay. All right. It was back to back. You can't just go Kyrie. All-Star game Kyrie should be really good though.
Yeah.
Like he'll show out. You got the hometown guy in Lauri. I like that. Steph is Steph. I really like your team, SB3. I kind of do. I hate to say that, but I actually like your team. LeBron, Zion, Jokic, Durant. It's a good team too. I mean, they're all stars. They should be good teams.
Yeah.
I feel, man, SB3 really. He went with Giddey and Shea.
How you gonna pick against that team, Jeremy?
I know.
You'll get everything you believe in, Jeremy.
He's sucking up to you. Go with your gut. You know what the team is. Inside, outside.
Outside. You don't got the bigs we got.
Lies.
We got Giannis, Joel Embiid, Triple J, Laurie Marketing. Come on.
Adebayo. Stop it. Kevin Durant, the
Oh,
Slim
man.
Reaper.
Man,
That's
all
I actually like the Slim Reaper nickname. The Servant is a nickname that for some reason he liked, and
He should have kept the
understand
Slim Reaper.
Yeah, Slim Reaper is good. See, Kevin Durant's a bitch though. Like he doesn't even know how to take like a good nickname when it's bestowed upon him. The Servant. This guy.
Servant.
Nick, I don't like doing this to you, Nick, but like you have Kevin Durant and Paul George, literally like the two guys I dislike the most in the NBA.
Like, I'm not. But see, here's the thing, Jeremy. He's picking to kiss your butt.
But I appreciate that.
I'm picking to win. I'm picking to win. You're not going to tell me that a team with Jokic, a team with LeBron, a team with Kevin Durant, a team with Ja Morant, a team with Dame Lillard. You're really because a guy with really good hair. And
I actually think his team like has a like Kyrie and Luka, not great defenders, but interior defense with Giannis, Embiid, Jackson, Tatum, and Brown can guard the perimeter. Oh,
come on. We are so well balanced. Scoring, defense on the perimeter, defense in the paint. If you ask all 30 GMs, 20 out of the 30 GMs are picking Giannis or Luka as their number one overall pick. And I got both of them.
Those are the two best players in the league. Like Giannis and Luka are the two best players in the league. I think Jokic is third. And then after that, it's a crapshoot.
And that whole crapshoot is on my team. Come on, man.
No.
What
dare you?
No, I mean LeBron Durant and Steph in some order is probably 3 through 6. So
yes. And I got Steph.
You do have two of those players. I
got the one that's won the most championships in the last decade.
Never coming on this show.
My wife just texted me and said, "You need to have integrity. Are you getting bought off?" Here's SB3's team is like actually good too.
Yeah,
like
it's
not a thing of like, oh, SB3's team is bad.
And I'm just sucking up to him. No, I balanced it very well. And for that final pick, I needed a guard. So yes, I went with the guard that I knew would make this a hard choice for Jeremy. I thought strategically. I thought like a GM.
I respect SB3's strategy. I'm
like Kevin Costner in Draft Day.
His brown nose strategy, you respect that?
Yeah, I do. I do respect that, honestly.
No, don't respect that.
SB3's got 3. He's got 5 of the top 6 scorers in the league too. Like 5 of the top 6 scorers.
I would actually like to change my pick. I don't care. Let me get Luguentz Dort.
Nick,
Let me get Luguentz Dort.
Nick, I respect your strategy. What I unfortunately regret to inform you, Dort's like the guy I like the least on OKC. I wouldn't mind like if he got traded.
Excuse me, I misspoke. Let me get Jalen Williams.
Oh, J-Dub. Love me some J-Dub now.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Great.
That guy.
Yeah.
Let me get Jalen Williams.
Love me some J-Dub.
Hey, Brandon Ingram out. Let me get Jalen Williams. Scoring. I hear from a source that he's scoring like 12 points a game.
That's a solid 12 points that you want on your team.
He's very well-rounded.
He's a contributor. He's well-rounded. That's why I want him on my team. And he plays for a great team that has the best fans in the world.
Look how unbiased I am. I didn't pick not one Laker. Look at that. Look at that, my team.
I mean, there was only one to choose from, and he got picked first overall.
No, I had 2 chances. I could have picked LeBron, or I could have picked somebody with that final pick on the Lakers.
Yeah,
but you wanted somebody who was on a good team, and I understand that.
Yeah, exactly. You wanted somebody on a team that beat the Lakers.
Somebody stinks. Or a forward slash center that pouts whenever his teammate is getting the scoring record. Yeah,
not whenever. That was one time.
You know what?
One
That
time. Whenever.
Too
Like it happens every
He'll
game.
wear the That's All Folk shirt. Just wait. I've seen it before. It's gonna happen. Just wait. So clearly I've won. So
Oh yeah, that's ridiculous. Are we really trying to kid me here? Come on.
For winning again. Cut the check, Sean Ross Sapp.
I kind of think SP3 won. I kind of have to give it to SP3.
But your wife doesn't agree.
She's only
her
saying
vote,
that.
Her vote's way more important than mine.
Well, then
she's only saying that. She's only saying that because I tried to convince her to watch the OC with Jeremy. That's the only reason she's going against me right now.
In fairness,
the OC,
the OC, one of the greatest teen dramas of all time. Yes.
Are you?
My wife doesn't know ball though. Like she doesn't know hoops at all. Like so I don't know like how much her vote counts for more than mine, but I don't know how much like it actually like goes for. Like when it comes to knowledge.
Your wife doesn't know basketball, but she does know handsome men because she married one.
Oh, look at Nick.
That's a nice brown nose. That was a great job.
So since I've won,
ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Are you just gonna claim him? Go against our moderator's word. Come on.
Shout out to Willie Green, best coach in the NBA. Thanks to ESPN New Orleans for letting me do this little shindiggy. So thank you for. Do I get a trophy? Like what? I mean,
we have penis trophies. Do you want us to send you one of those?
I do not want.
Let me invite our pal Cher Delaware, and she can show off the penis trophy.
She can show you the penis trophy. You're gonna get it in the mail.
Where is she?
For being the last place in the draft.
Congratulations, SP3.
Thank you.
On second place.
I appreciate your efforts. I appreciate your efforts, but you weren't as strategic as me.
Oh, and kissing butt? No, I wasn't.
No.
Yeah.
I just know my audience. I know my audience. I'm not gonna put a different guy that's not gonna draw the ratings or the favor of the audience in the right spot, and I knew what spots to go with there.
Ladies and gentlemen, we had microphones in SP3's draft room as he was getting ready for today's draft. Let's take a look at some of that sound.
Hey,
it's strategic right there.
I did what I had to do. Here you go.
Yes, you did. Congratulations, sir. But I'm the people's champion. They knew who actually won this.
That is true.
That is true. They'll never root for me in this.
SP3 was playing to an audience of one, and you gotta respect that, and it worked. It did.
To you.
Nick was playing to the overall audience, which is more important than just me. So
I was playing to win. I was playing for trying to get a team that would win, and that's what. So congratulations,
Minnie Mouse making a run in.
Yeah. We got
what else we got here?
We got Whaley. We got Spider-Man here.
Oh,
yeah. There you go.
Spider-Man.
How do you?
Is he sick?
Okay.
Is Spider-Man sick? What's up with this?
No, he's been through the ringer.
Oh,
my daughter makes him go down the slide head first, and he's probably got a concussion.
He can shoot webs.
I know. I thought he was gonna do it, but then he just slid down, and I had to save him.
He's got the what is that? The elephantitis.
My daughter's new thing is taking my hand and telling me bye, and then kicking me out the room and closing the door in my face. That's her new gimmick. Since she's already a three-nager, even though she's a mere 3 weeks away. What else do you need to get?
I remember that. I remember those times. Fun days.
Fun days ahead.
Fun Days ahead, my man. It's parenting, fatherhood, the craziness of it all. You know, I that's what my wife came in here for earlier. She poked her head in, asking what my son's water bottle was before he went to school. So, I don't know.
Let's keep track of that himself.
It's like, how about you keep checking out?
He's 5. He should have a job at this point. Why are you asking?
He should be clocked in already. What are we doing here?
Bruh, I'm tired. I'm the one doing all this work, and he's just, going to school, whatever. Get a job. Go work on
all these kids are ready to drop out of school. It's just like, hey,
Learn
going to school. Why do we have to do this? You don't learn anything in school. Let's be done with it.
But you do, though. You learn
how
to
be
a citizen and adult. I mean, or
these kids don't understand this.
I would say, so it's the formative years is where you learn.
So Nick, what do you think? Who you think's coming out the West now? Do you think that KD is enough for the Phoenix Suns to get past the Nuggets?
What? Why are you asking me this?
I'm putting you on the spot.
Okay, so I'll say this: if you look at the standings for the Western Conference, it's just a big old jumbled mess right now. But I will say that the Denver Nuggets are far and above everybody else in the West right now with how they're playing. Jokic is doing his thing. They're 5 games ahead of the Memphis Grizzlies right now. And that's in part because the Grizzlies were in free fall. Like if the Grizzlies didn't have the losing streak that they had in the right before, this point, then they would be right there with Denver. Once we see a fully constituted Pelicans team, and I'm not going to waver from what I said at the beginning of the season. Once everybody's healthy, and ain't no telling when that's going to be. Brandon Ingram is finally playing consistently. You got CJ McCollum out there. You got a deep bench that just made that trade with San Antonio and got Richardson, and he's playing really well. So it's like they'll be in the mix in the top 4 or 5 coming out of the All-Star break, or once the All-Star break ends, because they've got the easiest schedule for the remainder of the season. So you're going to see them shoot up more than likely as long as everybody gets healthy and back on the court. But it's hard for me to look past Denver right now and say that they're not going to come out of the West because Phoenix is going to be tough. Phoenix is going to be tough. We got to see how Durant gels with all those guys because, the thought was you put him and Kyrie together in Brooklyn, they should be the odds-on favorite to win a title. And it didn't happen.
Yes.
And you can put players together. You can trade for guys. You can say that you have this super team and you have, the pieces in place to make a run. But it actually has to happen. You have to see it. You got to put it on the court. And it needs to work. So I think the Suns have as good a shot as anybody because they're in a really good position right now. I think, 4th or 5th?
4th seed. 4th seed, 8.5 out of 1st, but 1 game out of 3rd, 3.5 out of 2nd.
They got plenty of time to make it gel, put it together, and then make that run. I don't think anybody's going to want to see him in the playoffs. But if you're asking me right now who I have coming out of the West, it would be Denver because they're playing the best basketball out of anybody in the West right now. But we'll see after the All-Star break exactly who's gonna be hot because it's about being hot at the right time. So we'll see who ends up getting hot in this last part of the season after All-Star. So we shall see. The Eastern Conference, I think, is set. It's either going to be Boston or Milwaukee. I don't see it. I love Joel Embiid and I love the Sixers and what they're doing. I don't see anybody beating Boston or Milwaukee. And in all honesty, I don't see anybody beating Boston right now.
Boston far away. I think Bucks is the only way Celtics don't make it to the finals. Is the Bucks being healthy in April and May? They need to be healthy with Middleton and Holiday and all their role players as well, and Giannis being healthy and playing the way he's been playing. I think they need all of those things. They need a lot of stars to align for them to beat Boston.
Like legit, Boston right now is the best team in the league, and I don't know if there's anybody who can really compare with them right now, East or West. So because they have balance, they have really great balance. They can score, they play good defense. They have balance, so I see them, getting back to the NBA Finals. And I'll say this: don't count out the Warriors.
I've been on that bandwagon as well because they still have not been healthy this season either.
Mark my words. You want to talk about a team that hadn't been healthy, and we really haven't seen them, to the full constitution of what they could be. Like, they're at 9 right now, but they're a game and a half out of 6. So
Steph is out weeks, though. Steph is out weeks. That team not great without Steph.
Do not.
Are they going to get healthy? They're going to get
healthy, and they'll more than likely be in the play-in. But nobody in the play-in is going to want to see the Warriors. And then if they come out of the play-in, nobody is going to want to see the goal. It's like nobody's ready for Oscar. Nobody's going to want to see the Golden State Warriors in the playoffs if they're fully healthy and rested and ready to go. So, again, we shall see how all that pans out. But Golden State is a team to watch. Of course, I think the Pelicans are a team to watch if they get healthy. It's about health, man. Coming out in the All-Star break is about who's healthy and who can make a run. So we'll see. But if you're talking about the West, right now I got Denver.
Nick, last one before I let you go. Please break SB3's heart. Do the Lakers make the playoffs?
No.
Not the play-in.
No.
The playoffs.
No. What did I tell you? What did I say?
He did say this to start the year. He did say this to start the year.
I'm not going to waver from my position. Look, man. Okay. Let's be really, really real about this. They made a really good trade. Made a great trade. Bringing D'Angelo Russell back into the fold, game changer. It's great. If you look at their schedule coming into the last part of the season,
it's the toughest.
And then you look at who they have ahead of them. No, I don't see it. Now, I could be wrong, and they could fight to 10th. They could fight to 10th. I could see that. But I don't see it. I could see them fighting the 10th, but I don't believe that they're going to get into the playoffs because they don't have it. They don't have it. I don't believe in Darvin Ham. I don't believe in the team. I believe in LeBron because LeBron is LeBron, and LeBron is always going to be LeBron. Anthony Davis is a pouter, a whiner. He's emotional. We've seen. Look, SB3 can shake his head all he wants to. As someone who lives in Louisiana and has covered this team since they were the Hornets, okay? I know what that dude can do. And I know who he is, and I know who he isn't. And what he isn't is the kind of teammate that the Lakers need in order to get to where they need to be right now. I'm surprised they didn't trade him before the trade deadline. But I don't think anybody wanted to take on that contract.
I know they weren't going to do that. They believe in Anthony Davis. They believe that Bubble Day AD will return someday. He'll return. He'll return. But I will say that one thing that Nick said right is that we have a tumultuous road ahead of us because we play the Pelicans twice, we play the Mavericks twice. This next week or so alone, we verse Pelicans, Warriors, Mavericks, Grizzlies, Thunder, Timberwolves, Warriors, Grizzlies. Jesus Christ! Like,
Pelicans are banged up. Warriors are banged up. You just beat the Warriors. Like, you got to win. You got to win some of these games. I know.
We need a good stretch of these games. We got to get a bunch of these, but I'm hoping that the Grizzlies will play like the Grizzlies of the past couple of weeks against us. So yeah.
And let's clarify: the Pelicans aren't banged up. They're just missing Zion. Brandon Ingram is healthy and back.
McCollum was out last game, wasn't he? He didn't play against.
McCollum might be a healthy scratch, or he may be
Oh.
just like somewhat injured. And just they're trying to rest CJ because CJ is the one guy out of those three players that has played consistently throughout the season for the Pelicans. Maybe just trying to get him some rest, get ready for the last part of the season, which would be totally understandable. But Dyson Daniels is a rookie of the year candidate for the Pelicans. Trey Murphy has played really well. Najee Marshall has played fantastic for the Pelicans so far this season. They have a deep roster. They got a really good bench. Jonas Valanciunas really isn't getting the credit that he deserves for what he's been able to do for the Pelicans this season. Willie Hernan-Gomez, just you got some great players on that team, and people aren't even watching. They don't even know exactly what the Pelicans can do because you haven't seen them play with their full big three all season long. They played less than 10 games together. So once you see them fully healthy and fully constituted, you're going to see something real special out of the Pelicans. I'm telling you right now.
Nick, we appreciate you.
Zion got to get healthy and stop having setbacks.
Zion does have to get healthy. Before you go, Cher Delaware is backstage. She's been backstage. Cher, please pull out the trophy that we need to send Nick so we can see it. There we go.
In our draft. There we go.
There's the trophy that you have won for winning the draft. Beautiful.
For winning second place. Congratulations.
Didn't have to make it life size. No, I'm kidding.
Nick, let everybody know where they can find you at. And before you do that, I'm going to officially invite you back when we do our playoff preview. You're welcome to come back for that one. Come play preview the playoffs with us. I'll let you know when that is. But yes, you're welcome back really anytime. But I want to officially invite you back for our playoff preview. So then let everybody know where they can find you at.
You can find me at Mr. Professor 318 on all social media platforms. That includes Twitter. I was having a little problem a couple weeks ago trying to get into my account, but I'm back and raring to go. So you can catch me at Mr. Professor 318 on all social media platforms. The We Rock Together tee. You can see this is my official merch. If you go to the link tree in my bios, you can catch one of those shirts. They're selling like crazy, and I appreciate everybody for supporting unity through music. Of course, if you go to the Fightful TikTok page, you will see my contributions there as an official Fightful contributor. Hooray. So go ahead and follow at Fightful.com on TikTok to check out a lot of the videos that we put out there. We just passed 10,000 followers on the TikTok page, which is amazing. And we're already approaching 11,000. So thank you guys for your support on that. That is just absolutely dynamite. You can catch me on ESPN New Orleans all week long on the Sports Hangover with Gus Catgill from 12 to 3 p.m. Central Time. And you can catch me on my show, Want to Bet with the Professor Nick Harrison. It's a sports betting show every Thursday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Central Time. And you can catch all of that at ESPN1003.com.
Please send me betting advice. I need it. I keep losing. It's all I'm losing all my free money. I haven't lost any real money yet. Losing all my free money.
We're about to dive into the NBA and to college basketball full force. We have different guests every week, experts in the fields. We had an all-star spectacular this past week for the Super Bowl, and the majority of the folks who came on the show picked Chiefs, picked them on the money line, which was the best value for bettors going into the Super Bowl. And so anybody who bet Chiefs on the money line made themselves a good chunk of change, especially if you bet really well. So, just make sure that you guys check in on that on Thursdays. It's, again, ESPN1003.com. We got what you're looking for, live from Boomtown Casino and Hotel on the West Bank of New Orleans. So if you're in the New Orleans area, come by and check me out live in the sports book. So we can get all that stuff together. But yeah, I'd love to come back on. I appreciate you guys having me. Anytime you guys want to have me on this show, all you got to do is say the word and I'm there.
We appreciate you, Nick. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Good luck to your Pelicans. Please beat the Lakers tonight so I can talk more.
It's gonna happen. Nope. Then I'll be tweeting. Y'all can catch the tweets. Late
like that next game that you were tweeting me on.
Well, hey, look, man. let's discuss this. They were hurt and had some bad fries. Lakers winning by 10 tonight.
There we
The
go.
Call Up Podcast. That's another show that I'm never coming on again. Ever.
There you go.
Lying.
Great prediction by the homie.
Nick,
No,
thank
no,
you, man. We appreciate you.
Hey man, no problem. Love having you.
Have a good Wednesday, buddy. Cher Delaware, how you doing?
I'm here.
Hi, Cher.
You gotta bring some after Nick. You gotta bring some energy. What are we doing here?
Come
Cher?
on.
What are
This
we
is
doing? That
this
is
is
your energy.
staff.
Oh, Cher, you. I'm just gonna start with this. You said that you sent a DM. I don't know what this is about, but we were supposed to remind you to discuss this.
Yes.
Send a DM.
You
I
received
Got
the
a
DM.
DM.
I received-
Something about a DM. Okay.
Some people have probably already seen it. So, if you have followed me on Twitter for any length of period, you remember the DM that I received in 2019 when I first got back on Twitter that said, "Can I eat your ass? And then we can Royal Rumble 1993."
I do remember this actually.
So
I do remember this.
I opened my DM request, whatever, a couple weeks ago, in an offer to help women struggling with postpartum psychosis, depression, anxiety. Okay. Lots of men not struggling with these things have slid in DM. And last night I got this one. Now the first person I sent this to was Cameron Hawkins, because I knew his reaction would be excellent, and it was. It was. So, and I'm going to read these in order. There's 2 messages. They were 1 minute apart.
Mm-hmm.
Can you please poop and piss on me?
Oh my god.
Followed up with, if I had a chance with you, I'd do right by you.
He's he's trying to play to the kinks first, and then he's letting you know that he would do right. And by doing right, that might involve some golden showers and
Was his
brown
name-
showers.
Was his name Adam from season 4 of You?
All right, so did you guys watch this? You guys watched?
I
Everybody
did.
watched the first
Obviously,
part? Okay.
obviously I did.
Yes, you got right because you knew that part. Yes, I didn't know if you guys had fully finished this. I watched it. We'll talk about You here in a second. I'm glad that people have recognized that eating ass is the way to get into a good relationship. Shout out to yeah. See, the call up says he came on strong and followed up with a sweet note. Exactly. He's appealing to all sides here.
He's like, is she the sensitive type or is she like the aggressive? Let me mix in both.
He got a nice little block for his efforts.
Oh, poor guy. Some people are ladies in the tweets and freaks in the sheets, you know? So wasn't sure there what he was going after. It was Valentine's Day, Cher. He was trying to be your Valentine.
What a romantic. I sent that to Cam and I said, Happy Valentine's Day.
Well, this poor guy. All right, the first half of the season premiered this past week. I watched it all. You guys watched it all. What are we thinking about the first half so far, Cher?
I like it. I've seen a lot of people saying first off, I was never a big fan of Love, and
hater.
like
Yeah, this is where we disagree. I love Love.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, of his obsessions, Beck has always been my favorite. I don't know why. I just really liked Beck. So I thought season 2 was really boring because it was more just like the first half of season 2 was kind of just introducing Love before they started killing everybody. And then season 3 was just kind of like, but I see people that are like, they don't like it now because Love's not in it and the wrong person died or whatever. Like, that would make any sense. But I like it. I like that it was someone doing it to him and him trying to figure out, like, because he's always been the one that's a step ahead of everybody else. So him trying to figure out how this person is a step ahead of him. And I thought that it was, I don't want to spoil it because, I mean, it did just come out last week.
Nah, spoil it. I'm gonna spoil a bunch of stuff.
Spoiler alert ahead.
I thought it was that person, like from the beginning. That's who I was like, okay, this is who it's got to be. But then they go to the house and everything, and I was like, okay, maybe not, you know. And I love that they killed off all the people that were really fucking annoying and obnoxious. Like, that was, I was worried it was going to be, what was that girl? Phoebe? Was that her name?
Yeah. That's Adam's girlfriend, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was worried she was going to get killed, and I was like, I love her. Like,
she's one of the only ones I like from that friend group.
Yes. I didn't want anything to happen to her. And, yeah, I found it very interesting, and I'm wondering where they go from here with the second half of the season, with him, you know, leaving him to die, and he survived. And I'm wondering.
I think Marianne's got to come back and factor in here because, yeah, she was the reason he went to foreign country chasing her. Yeah. They had 2 scenes together, you know, the one scene in the warehouse thing, and then at the train station. And then she just disappeared, and they've gone off to this whodunit type thing. I think she comes back around. I think that's where season the second half of the season will really start to shape and everything. When she, I like your Stardust shirt. When she comes back around with everything. I like the first half of the season. I thought because I thought they were just going to go directly into the Marianne stuff. The twist that it took was just like, hey, we're kind of just doing like a side quest story at this point. They had enough interesting characters, and the story was good enough to where it still carried it. See, I love the Love seasons because he met someone who is as batshit insane as he is, and like that scared him.
I enjoyed that he had someone that, like, he always had a quote unquote purpose when he was killing people, and she was like, like,
he
had no forethought and would kill people and then be like, well, what the fuck am I supposed to do now? And so cleaning up her mess. Like, I enjoyed it, but the people that are like, oh, she should have lived and it should have continued with her, I don't agree with that at all.
I agree with you there. The main thing I disagree with, I think season 2 is the best season. And I feel like every other season has kind of, it's still good, but I don't think it's as good as the peak of the series is when you find out that Love is a serial killer with Joe, when she kills Jenna Ortega's sister in season 2. That's like the peak of you for me, because that reveal, I just remember the feel. I remember sitting next to my missus, and that reveal, we were both jaw on the floor, like, oh, and then everything made sense throughout the whole season. Her killing her brother's girlfriend, the older lady, everything made sense. And then season 3 wasn't as good to me as season 2, but I still enjoyed it because of, like you said, just Love's just haphazardly killing people and just not knowing how to follow. She's gonna show me this bakery so I could open my bakery. Kill her in the first episode. Like, that is awesome. That's the best first episode of You, in my opinion, because of just how she did it. It was hilarious.
See, when I watched, I didn't watch it as it was on. I didn't start watching it like season 3 was coming out, and so I was live tweeting my watching it, and first scene or episode, whatever Love is in the first time, I think it was episode 1 of season 2, I was like, oh, this bitch is nuts, that something's gonna happen.
Yes.
And then I was like, okay, I saw it coming. So, like, I absolutely knew it was coming. But yeah, I mean, Love's character was good. It wasn't that I was like, oh my God, Love is terrible. But we didn't need to see Joe settle down. So
That's why I said season 3 was like a step down, because I was like, I don't want to see Joe settle down. And then they made you at the end of season 2 feel like he was gonna have like a whole new interest with the neighbor, and then they finished that in episode 1. So that's why I said like season 3 was a step down from season 2. I feel like 1 and 2 are the best seasons by far, and then season 3. This season has been good because of, like you said, like him being 1 foot off, and then when you get to like the final episode of part 1, you're realizing like, damn, Joe only killed 1 person this whole season. We've seen multiple people die, but he's only been responsible for 1 of them, and it was freaking Alfred from Gotham. Like I was like, and it's only because Alfred from Gotham was too nosy and started stalking the stalker, and he got what he deserved for that. So
yeah, I did like that he did bring up his son though, because I wondered if we were just going to pretend like he didn't exist anymore. So I did appreciate that but I laugh that he keeps being like, I was married once. Like, yeah, bro.
And I love how he is legitimately a gaslighter. Like season 3 was when I realized like he's legitimately a gaslighter, because he's looking at Love like Love is not the same as him. Like I know she haphazardly kills people, but y'all are both killers. Why are you gaslighting her and being like she's the issue?
It's very Dexter of like, oh, I have a purpose. Like there's a reason I kill these people, and like I'm doing good by killing these people. It's like you're still killing people. I mean,
when
it doesn't.
He would like his little talking head thing voiceover would be like talking shit about Love killing people as he's like chopping up their body. Like, bro, like what? What's
you're killing people. These are bad people, yes, that you're killing, but like you're killing people. Let the court system or whatever deal with it, even though that sucks. But let that deal with them. You murdering people is not helpful in any manner.
What is his body count now on this show? How many people?
Oh, it's insane. See, I come to this show for the absurdity, and they found a formula that, like, if you look at it, this season, very similar formula to every other season, because every other season has followed a similar formula. He finds an interest, he gets caught up in murders and everything. You got the people who have this weird kink. You have, you mentioned the golden showers was the kink in this one. You find people from like different in this season. It's like very it's the rich people that they eat the rich stuff. And like last season, it went very over the top of like, here's our gay couple. Here's more black people on the show. Like it was very like, let's hit you in the face with like, we're diverse on this show. And this season, it's more just like, hey, here's a bunch of rich people. So you have the group of people that it gets caught up with. It's a very easy formula that they follow, but it works, and it makes shit so absurd that it's just that's what I'm here for. I'm here for the absurdity of it all.
And it's funny because like it's absurd to us, that some like the things like the art show, but these people actually operate when they're that wealthy. Like they will do things like that. So I did like that they tie in such things like that. The whole dinner party game where she comes in pretending to be stabbed or whatever. And
I'm dead.
They're like, we're gonna meet in whatever room, and she's like, no. Like,
I love the sequence and series of absurd events that have to happen for all of this to take place. Like I love that. I'm pretty sure it's like the first episode. Of course, like nobody shuts their blinds in this show.
No.
And the first episode is what's her name just like playing with herself, and he's just watching, and it's just like, how absurd is this? Like your blinds are open and you're just in broad daylight, like fingering yourself. Who the fuck does this?
The biggest window I've ever.
Yeah. It's not just like, blinds like this out here of like, it is gigantic. The entire wall is a window, essentially.
She's this rich and lives in a flat, like you can't buy curtains. Like,
yeah.
And he's taken over. I mean, I understand that this, first off, that didn't make a whole lot of sense that dude's like I'm not gonna kill you. Here's another identity. Like, why would he fucking care?
Yeah, that was weird too.
I mean, I get that he got that money, but still, it's not like Love's dad couldn't have given him more money, but whatever. So, whatever this identity was that he took over must have been a rich bitch because he's got a big apartment. Like, he's got all this shit in this apartment. I'm like, what is happening? I do like the young girl that was sleeping with what's his face?
Malcolm.
Yes, because she's kind of like the only normal person.
Yeah, she's basically trying to fit the role of Jenna Ortega in season 2, or the son in season 3 with Love.
Yeah.
Oh,
They have to have one of those young characters who seems semi-normal, but you know, in this series, 9 times out of 10, they're either gonna die or have to be run off.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Nadia, the
Yeah,
person who
yeah,
is okay? I think she's very involved in some of this stuff because she knows way too much about the whodunits and everything. I thought she might be the killer at first, and the person like texting with him. It wasn't, but I think she's more involved of this. I don't think she's that normal with this stuff. Like, I think she's kind of intertwined with a lot of this
That would be a
stuff,
nice
so
twist.
Keep an eye on her.
I
thought it was gonna be Kate at first,
Yeah.
but then I was like,
That
that's
was
too obvious, and that's too close to Love.
I
So
am
I
re-
was like,
Okay.
thrown off.
ready.
I think Kate is involved in some way because like her dad, she brought up like her dad is like the worst person in the world. I'm gonna give you my friend Sammer. Here is his theory. He was, I'm sure, drugged out of his mind, and by drugs I mean he doesn't, practice all this. I'm sure he was very stoned when he sent me his theories. So he says, "Here's my definitive you theories. They're set in stone and irreversible." He super believes in these. Kate and Nadia are in on the murders. Nadia said there's no such thing as coincidence in murder mysteries, and yet she was the one who first gave Joe that book, The Mayor's Memoir. She kept showing up suspiciously. She also said there are 3 motives: revenge, sex, and money. So 3 people killed. There's a bunch of spoilers. Sorry, everybody. So 3 people killed Malcolm. Kate, revenge because she actually didn't know he was fucking around, or sex, depending on how you see it. Nadia, sex or revenge, depending on which one Kate is. And the mayor for money. Kate has a stalking fetish. Joe may have actually committed the murder and is projecting the mayor fight club style. There's some subtle hints about that as a combination of all of the above. Sorry to spoil it for you. So there's the second half season 4 spoilers by my buddy Sammer, who is definitely in his right mind when he texted me all of this. That's his theory. I do think Nadia is in on these murders, by the way. I do agree with him on that. I do agree with him on that.
That does make sense. I wouldn't be surprised if Kate did kill her friend, the one that was in her room, and then she played it off like she didn't have anything to do with it. But I think it was just a ploy to kind of expose who Joe is, because she got a lot of information from Joe in that instant.
Yeah, and like her holding the knife and then being like, I don't know why I picked this up. That was odd.
She's suspect. Yeah, she's sus.
Yeah, for sure. And she was the one who was super annoyed with that girl and everything. So that would make sense. But I wish that I understand that they split it up into 2 months so that people have to pay for 2 months subscription to Netflix. But
is that why I just thought they were being fucking lame, but that makes sense.
That's why they do it now, is so that you have to 2 months.
That sucks.
Well, then I wish that they would make the seasons longer if they're going to do that, because I watched those 5 episodes laying in bed Friday. And then I got done and I'm like, okay, so before the next half of the season comes out, I'm going to have to rewatch it because I'm not going to remember shit. Yeah, I don't know. I did really enjoy it, though. I saw a lot of people shitting all over it on Twitter, and I liked it. So, but we know I have bad taste.
To me, it's you. Like the most absurd episode I think I've seen in any series ever was like episode 6 of season 1, where he is on the drug high and he crashes his car and there's no dent on the car and he goes into the mansion and everything. It's legitimately like the most hilarious episode ever.
It's very funny.
Yeah, like I don't think it's a show that takes itself too serious. I think it's in on like sort of the jokes that everybody has. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe they think this is like high art shit. But I don't think it takes itself serious at all. And I'm here for just the absurdity. Like, yeah, sure, he stalks this guy and finds him getting pissed on by a busboy in a back room. Why wouldn't that happen? Like, I'm here for the series of absurd events that happen on this show. And it delivers. Like, the more absurd this show can get, the better. Like, leaving the man to die in the burning building and stuff, just kill him.
Yeah, just kill him after that. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? But of course, it's the one person that Joe said was the normal person in this sea of horrible people. That's the person who's the killer.
Right. I'm here for the absurdity. That's the appeal of this show. Make it as absurd as possible. If you actually wanted good storytelling and stuff, watch, I guess, WWE. They're winning Emmys this year. If you want absurd shit, watch Bray Wyatt, the greatest storyteller of all time.
Oh God.
To mute myself.
Please do, sir. But yeah, I enjoyed the first half of the season, but yeah, it felt like half of a season. Like I want more. Give me more. And yeah, I agree with Cher that they should have made it longer. Like I think Ozark is the one I talked about before. I think they gave us like 6-7 episodes the first half, and then the final half was like 4 episodes or 5 episodes. That's a full season. Give us a 12 episode season. This feels like you're just splitting a 10 episode season in half, and I don't think that's like honey dicking.
I don't like that they split it like that, but it shares reasoning, which I assume is legit. It is super annoying that's the reason. I didn't think of that, or I haven't read that. I try to no,
because that's why they did with the circle. The circle, it goes across 2 months, and that's why they want people to pay 2 months of Netflix now.
Oh, so like I didn't keep up on when like the circle episodes were released, so I didn't realize that. Okay, real quickly, because I do need to run and maybe actually do some actual work. So the challenge finale is tonight. We'll recap that next week. Stuff happened. Sammer just said, way to spoil it for the masses. So stuff happened last week, but like nobody got eliminated. They haven't finished the finale or anything yet. We'll recap the entire. You want to? SP3 seems irritated about something that happened.
I'm irritated by how they did this whole final.
Oh yeah, it's stupid.
It doesn't make any sense. Like they did a whole time lapse where 12 hours passed, and we're supposed to believe they were running for 12 hours. Like, what is going on here? It makes no sense how they did this finals. All I will say is that the MVP of the last episode was Nani. Nani on that eating challenge. Oh my God, that was her high. That is the greatest moment in Nani's history. Forget catching the pole with her leg in that last elimination. No, it's her eating performance. Her with the pasta coming out of her mouth and then projectile vomiting on bananas and getting the pasta into his pocket. Oh my God, Nani was goat-like levels of eating. She is right up there with Tony Time. She's right up there with CT. She is one of the greatest eaters in challenge history now.
Cher Delaware, have you watched After the Altar, the 3 episodes?
I have not yet. I intend on watching it either today or tomorrow.
Okay. We'll talk about that next week then. You haven't watched season 3, Love is Blind, have you, SP3?
No, I have not.
Okay. There's this new either. Oh, all right. There's this new show on Netflix. We have not watched it yet because
Perfect Match?
Perfect Match. Oh, have you watched this?
No, I saw my good friend Frank. I believe he's season 4 winner of The Circle. We've been talking on the Twitter feed, so I might slide in the DM soon. But yeah, we were talking and he was tweeting about Perfect Match.
Oh yes, so we saw there was the ad for this after the Altar finished, And the first episode, I don't know how they're splitting up. I haven't looked at the episode list, but they premiered yesterday, and we were gonna watch it, and then I wasn't feeling well, and I just fell asleep. But like Francesca is on it. It's people from like the Netflix shows, so it's people from Circle, from Love Is Blind, from Too Hot to Handle. So Francesca's on it. Bartice is on it from yes, Cher. Bartice is on it. Damian Powers is on it. SP3.
Oh, Connor Casey is on
Connor
it. Oh
Casey.
shoot.
Nick and Joe from The Circle are on it as
Joe?
well. Yeah,
Who's
Nick and
Nick
Joe.
Nick from season 3. Yes.
Yeah, season 3.
Yes.
Yeah, he is on it. There's somebody from like Sexy Beast on it. Kelsey or something from Sexy Beast is on there. So it's Netflix people who are on this show. It looks very stupid, and I can't wait to watch it. It's similar to, it's kind of like Are You the One in the sense of like, hey, let's find your perfect, but like it's also got some Love Island because you got to like match up with somebody at the end of it, and like if you don't have a match, you get kicked off, but then you try to find like, oh, is this person the perfect match? So it's kind of like Are You the One, Love Island mixed here with Netflix reality people. It's Nick Lachey host. It looks very dumb, and I cannot wait to actually watch it and see how terrible. I feel like it's going to be good. I think
I can convince the missus to watch this. All I wanted to say also, since it's the reality show portion, and I've been the analyst for Love Island UK, I have officially jumped off the Farmer Will bandwagon. He disappointed me, ladies and gentlemen.
He's not good enough for our pal Cher Delaware.
It's Casa Amor. It's Casa Amor all over again. Casa Amor always does this. And Will, oh my God, he betrayed Jesse after everybody was saying, oh, Jesse's not into Will, like Will's into Jesse. Jesse's over in Casa Amor, being all good, saying that no one is giving her the same vibe, the same connection she has with Will. And then Will's over in the villa flirting with this girl, and then he kisses her on the last episode. And not only just kisses her, he goes in for seconds. He goes into seconds. Like, look it up. Put Will Love Island on your Twitter machine, and you will see tweet upon tweet about, you let us down. You were the good one. We were on your band. I was trying to connect you with Cher, your real true love, and then you disappoint me in Casa Amor. Damn it, Will. What are we doing?
I'm sorry that the farmer has disappointed you. SP3.
The chickens
and
come
Cher.
out to roost.
And Cher as well, because I was holding that hope that Will the farmer was going to be the one for Cher Delaware, but now we got to wait until March 8th and the premiere of Farmer Wants a Wife to see what happens with the love life.
Apply for
Cher
season
Delaware.
2. For sure.
Oh, we are. We're applying. I don't know if it's going to get a season 2. This feels like one of those shows that just gets one season, and they're just like, yeah, this shit tanked in the ratings. We tried, and they're going to just put them all on the Fox app because it does so bad. But if there's a season 2, we will sign up Cher Delaware. All right, I got to get out of here and listen to Drew McIntyre interviews for the day job. Cher Delaware, let everyone know where they can find you at if you would like to plug anything.
You can find me on Twitter at Cher Delaware. That's about it.
SP3, do you have anything to plug?
You can find me in St. Louis rolling on dubs, soaking on dubs. Or you could just follow me at True Hill SP3. I got a new interview up with Sam Adonis of AAA over on the True Hill Heat YouTube channel. You could check that out over there. And then here on Fightful Overbooked, it's coming, ladies and gentlemen, after a full year of teasing it. Me and Maggie and guest starring Jeremy, he's gonna make a run in. The OC podcast. The OC podcast. We're going to rank every single character. I found the tier list. We're going to rank every single character from the OC, one of the greatest teen dramas of all time. Check it out. It's coming soon.
You guys are recording that soon, and we're not going to do that live because there's so much shit on this channel right now. But yes, it is coming, and I'm going to try to make a run in, and probably next week. I'll probably run next week. I'll figure it out. But there is a lot of shit on this channel right now. So I appreciate all the contributors who have done stuff this past week while I was out. Joe Pearl has actually done something. I don't fire him. Still going to fire him, but he actually contributed stuff. Jeff Hawkins did a show about looking at the Elimination Chamber, which rolled. What else? We had Coexisting with Rob and Maggie. SB3 and I did a special episode of FMC last Friday talking about the trade deadline. Cher Delaware did Strong Style, looking at the Royal Rumble. I assume she'll be bullied into doing an Elimination Chamber Strong Style. I don't know that for certain. There you go. So you have that to look forward to. Tag Talk. Kylie is there. Ella J was on Tag Talk this week with Kylie. And Indeed with Mike and Reg talking about the world of independent wrestling. Bread Club with Matt and Kieran. They had Royce Isaacs on the show this past week. And they celebrated Kieran's 30th birthday with a bunch of special messages and things like that, looking at all the New Japan stuff, bunch of stuff. I did interviews with a bunch of names in independent wrestling. The interview I did with Billy Starks goes up in like an hour and a half by the time this is over. So check that out. We interviewed her father, Mouse. That'll be on the Spotlight tomorrow, which is Thursday, which was really fun. He rules. So a lot of interviews that we've done as well. A lot of content here on Fightful Overbooked. Subscribe, leave us thumbs up on videos, support the channel however you can. We appreciate it. And I think that's everything. We'll be back next week. Our usual Tuesday spot next week. We moved things around this week because of traveling and really just traveling. And I wanted to align the Lakers and the Pelicans battle clash for SB3 and Nick. Guys, we appreciate it. We'll talk to y'all next week. Bye, everybody.